So, Jason, thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about Future Visions Energy while the phone lines are lighting up for us.
Well, we are one of North America's fastest growing energy conservation consulting and project management companies, and we're based here in Gallatin, Tennessee. We specialize in LED lighting retrofits and HVAC efficiency upgrades. So our goal is to lower the energy cost for buildings, which thereby saves them money. Save energy, save money.
That's kind of what we all like to do, don't we?
Exactly.
All like to save money and do things. All right, Jason, here's the scenario. I want people to kind of understand there is some great tax credits that deal with LEDs. Especially people, in my opinion, the ones that we're going to talk in Section 179D, where people can get up to $1.80 per square foot if they're building from scratch, or 60 cents for if they gut the place or just update what's already in there. But there's a real catch to this. You can't just go do this yourself and say, oh, yeah, now I'm energy efficient. I'm going to go take this credit.
That's right.
We need someone that's an expert. Tell them a little bit about, I know we told who you are, but what is the expertise that you bring to this table?
Well, in order to get this tax credit, according to the IRS, you have to have a qualified individual to come in and assess your property. Right. And that qualified individual is, first of all, can't be related to the taxpayer. So no nepotism here. It's got to be an engineer or a contractor.
We're in Tennessee.
Everybody's related. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, sorry, that's Kentucky. I know everyone. Go ahead.
They also have to be an engineer or a contractor that's properly licensed as a professional engineer. And 3, have represented in writing to the taxpayer that he has the requisite qualifications to do so. And it's not just LED, any energy efficiency upgrade, which could be windows, insulation, etc.
And this is based on, when they consider something energy efficient, it's based on what? The 2001 energy code, and I'm working a little bit in the dark here. There's a code that they basically, and then if you increase so much, that's considered a savings. And you have to do so much before you can actually get this certification, correct?
Right. Not everything qualifies.
Exactly. Right. I guess that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you go and change a couple light bulbs, you're not going to save enough. You have to truly do an overhaul, it sounds like to me, pretty much. If one thing, either all the lighting in a big place, heating and air conditioning, which you've talked about. Now, in the heating and air conditioning, you say, do you take an existing unit and do something to make it a more efficient unit, or do you guys actually have more efficient units you install?
No, we do not sell or install equipment. What we do is we take existing equipment and we can make it run more efficiently, the way that it was designed to run to begin with, and even better.
What is the main advantage of having this kind of lighting? I know some of this is probably covered, but this kind of lighting, LED versus traditional lighting, like, I don't know, incandescent?
Well, the top 3 advantages to going to LEDs is, first of all, you get longer lifetime out of the bulbs. You're having to replace incandescent fluorescents every 10, 12,000 hours.
Yeah, but they're more expensive.
They are more expensive, but in the lifetime of the bulb, you're going to spend less money on an LED than
3 times more. You better be getting me 5 times more life.
How about 10,000 hours versus 50,000 hours? All
right, so we're getting 5 times light. All right, I'm going with you.
They're also going to be more efficient. They're going to be up to 90% more efficient as compared to incandescent, 67% more efficient as compared to fluorescents. So you're going to get longer lifetime, more efficient, and then they're healthier. They don't have any harmful substances, no mercury.
Oh my goodness.
No
I cannot believe they even put those lights out there in the world, the mercury things.
The CFL is the worst light ever invented. Go to EPA.gov and look up clean up CFL, and you have to clear the room for 15 minutes, turn off all the air conditioner, open the windows, get all the old people and pets and children out, and then come back in with rubber gloves and duct tape.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, anyone that has those lights, I'm sorry, you guys are crazy. If one of those lights break in your house, it's not even worth. And besides, they weren't even freaking cheap. Mom tried a few of them, and Dad and I went right behind her and took them right back out and put incandescent in at the time. So are they as bright? Are they as pretty and as bright as, are they that pure white that you keep seeing everybody running around with?
Well, see, the thing is, with LED, you can manufacture and make that electronic circuit to make any kind of light you want.
So any color? Anything.
Any color.
I know at Christmas time she ended up buying us some of those. Yeah. They were the bluest lights I had ever seen in my entire life.
That was a high Kelvin. Kelvin is the temperature color of light. Kelvin. So the higher the Kelvin, the more blue it is. The lower, like a 3,000 would be something like an incandescent light bulb. A 6,000 would be like sunlight.
Are there any financial incentives to going LED?
Oh, yeah, definitely. First of all, of course, we've talked about the tax credit, but there's more than the tax credit. You also have, there's local, state, and federal grants, depending upon what place you are, where you are in the country. Your utility companies are going to offer.
TVA's pretty good at some of that.
Well,
right?
yeah, here in Tennessee, in the TVA region, they're offering up to 70% rebate incentive for projects that meet their qualifications, which is what we do. We're an energy conservation company, so we go in and do that.
See, this is why you need to have him in on the front end.
That's exactly right. And there's also low interest loans. There are 4 different companies we work with nationwide who provide low interest loans for the specific purpose of going green or conserving energy. So the low interest loans here in Tennessee are handled by Pathway Lending, and they're based here. They've got an office here in Nashville, and they're a 501c3 nonprofit that works as a community development company. So they're getting money from the state and from local banks to lend out to reduce energy use. So you can get low interest loans, you can get rebates, you can get incentives, federal tax credits. It's
okay,
great.
so I got a question. It's outside of your basic question, so brace yourself. Okay, so Mom decided she was going to go green on our property, and she went and done all these things. And the next thing you know, we're with Middle Tennessee Electric. Mm-hmm. They decided to up all the kilowatt rates because they said that they have to buy so much electricity from the TVA, and everybody was reducing, so they had to cover their costs, so they upped the kilowatt. So what's going to stop all of us from going LED? And the TVA still has to produce so much electricity or so much money, right, per kilowatt. So are we just going to all be going green but still paying like $1,000 a kilowatt versus $100 because that's what we have to do?
No, because TVA right now is under federal mandate. They have to reduce the overall kilowatts that they're producing. And they can't do that because more people like us are using more electronic devices, and we're requiring more kilowatts. So the only way TVA knows how to do this, because they can't create more energy out of thin air,
right,
is to incentivize people to reduce their energy use. So that's where all these rebates are coming from.
But it's not stopping them from increasing the cost. They still have an overhead of $1 billion a year they have to raise. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm concerned, okay? Not you, this has nothing to do, okay, people with Jason or his business. So I always, you guys know I go off the side sometimes. But my biggest worry is that you know, they still a business. TVA is a business. They're in business to make money for their shareholders to be able to make money. Mm-hmm. And if we all start reducing the number of kilowatts, and you just brought up a great point, the likeliness of it is really reducing, because now how many iPads and things are we plugging in every day that's right, charging, that we have to function in this new digital world is crazy. Is there anything you would like to leave the audience, Jason? You know, something, I don't know, important.
Well, I would just say that, you know, thank you for letting me be here, but we are an energy conservation company, and we work with large commercial buildings to reduce their overall energy. Save energy, save money. You know, whether simple. You're a green person or not, everybody likes the green you rub between fingers. That's right. The kind of green we're interested in saving our customers.
That's the kind you can really feel.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's nice to say, well, the Earth's going to be here longer, one way or the other, but truly saving money is what we want to do. Again, if you guys have any question about what he does, go to futurevisionenergy.com. You can also pick up the phone and call him at 732-8074, 615-732-8074, futurevisionenergy.com. It's a great thing, guys, especially if you are on that side of, you know what, you've got a building, you've got a hotel, you've got a business, you're running out of a commercial building. A lot of you guys have small manufacturing businesses, things like that. We do the books. We know you exist. You need to be able to find out, could you be doing something? It sounds like between the tax credits and these grants and all this, it might not cost you hardly anything to truly get the work done if you plan in advance. The only way to do that is pick up the phone and call Big D, no, Jason Duncan, over here, and let him evaluate. He's the expert. He's going to know what these things are, and it can't hurt. I'm going to assume if somebody has a building and they want to know more, you will go out and talk to them and not charge them for that first visit. Am I correct?
That is correct. And we have LEED certified energy managers that work with us, so we come out and take the time to talk to you about it.
There you go. So see, talk can be not cheap, but worth it, guys. It's well worth it.